This is my personal story of how I got freedom from my headaches and migraines. Hi, I'm Neil Bell, CEO at Adjust Health in Coomera. I clearly remember my first migraine. I was 14 and I was on the school bus going home. I was talking with some of my mates and I started to notice that my lips and my gums were starting to go numb. Over the next 2 decades, this was actually something I came to recognise as my headache or migraine starting symptom. But back when I was 14, I had no idea what was happening. I was scared. By the time I'd got off the bus, the numbness gradually covered the whole left-hand side of my face and I started to find it difficult to see. It was like I was trapped in a tunnel and I could only just see what was directly in front of me. By the time I'd got home from the bus stop, I started to notice that also my hands was going numb as well. I couldn't stand the light that the sun had made and every noise felt like it was going to split my head open. By the time I'd actually got in my gate, my brain was so muddled and mushy that I couldn't even remember the name of my black Labrador. I stumbled up the stairs and I managed to open the door and I found my way to my bed. Even though I was 14, I hugged my stuffed monkey tightly and I buried my head in the pillows. By the time my parents had come home, I was lying in bed with the pillow shoved firmly over my head, trying desperately to work out what was going on. I can't remember being too scared after it all settled down. But you know what? After having kids, my parents must have been terrified as we waited for the MRI results. Did I have a brain tumour? Was it MS or was it something else totally foreign that we hadn't even heard of? Eventually, all the tests came back clear, and that's when the doctors diagnosed me as suffering headaches and migraines. Over the next 20 years or so, these migraines became a regular occurrence for me. Whenever I got stressed, when I got a head knock at footy, whenever I slept awkwardly, or any other number of triggers would result in me getting these migraines. Often, I was able to stop them from developing if, right at that moment when I get that numbness in my lips and gums, I took some codeine. If I didn't, pretty soon, my left side would go numb, I would only be able to see in the periphery of my vision, and I'd be in pain. And of course, it often happened to me at the worst moments possible, right in the middle of uni exams, right before kick-off for the grand final, or while I'm travelling in eastern Bulgaria. It soon got to the point that I was taking large doses of codeine as a just-in-case line of defence against these migraines. I was starting to make decisions in my life based on whether or not I thought that activity was actually going to bring on a migraine. You know, it wasn't that I always had a migraine. In fact, as I got older and I retired from footy, I seemed to be getting less migraines. It was more the fact that the threat of a migraine was just always there. They were horrible, and I didn't want them in my life. I tried any number of treatments to help, and nothing ever gave me lasting results. As I got married, travelled the world, started into my career as a physiotherapist, these headaches and migraines would not go away. It seemed that they were just something that I had to deal with 1 to 2 times a week. It felt like I would just have to live with them for the rest of my life. I guess, like the doctors said, I was just a headachy person. As a physio, I developed a special interest in treating people with headaches and migraines. You see, I knew that my neck was somehow involved. And indeed, when I'd actually got some treatment to my own neck, I'd got some temporary relief. But I could never make it last for me, and I could never make it last for my patients. And I was frustrated. I was really fed up. I'd had enough. I was frustrated at my inability to help myself and my patients. But then, everything changed. It was February 10th, 2012, and I'd just flown to Sydney. I had heard of this radical new treatment developed by a physiotherapist which targeted treatment to the upper neck joint to help headache and migraine sufferers. And I had just landed in Sydney, eager to attend a 4-day course run by this world-famous physiotherapist. As usual, with the stress of travel, the really cramped position sitting on a plane, and the whole emotion attached, I started to get a migraine. I noticed that my lips and my gums started to go numb. So you know what? I thought to myself, right, here's a chance to see if this stuff actually works. You see, years of experience had taught me that many people and many different treatments who had promised to help me didn't actually be able to make that much of a difference to my headaches. And I was naturally suspicious. And even though I was hopeful, if I was being honest with you now, I didn't really expect that 4-day course to make any difference in my life. But you know what? It did. The course presenter treated my upper neck, and I was astounded to find that my migraine didn't actually progress. In fact, you know what? By the afternoon, it had actually completely gone. And on top of that, I made it through the rest of the 4-day course without any headache and without any migraine. I was astounded. I couldn't believe it. Finally, I'd actually got some hope. But you know what? Would the changes last? Would this treatment actually make that much of a difference to my life? As soon as I got home, I taught my wife, who's also a physio, all these amazing cutting-edge treatment techniques that I'd actually learned in Sydney. That was a long time ago now, and my headaches and migraines have never been the same since. I rarely get a headache, and I can't even tell you the last time I had a migraine. These days, if I start to notice my neck is starting to give me a little bit of trouble, I just ask one of the many physios that I've helped train over the years to correct what's going on, and that hint of a headache that was starting disappears. I actually can't believe the difference that this has made to my life. Indeed, you know what? Just telling you my story and telling you how much of a hold those migraines had over my life, I actually feel pretty emotional. I'm so very thankful. And I never want to go back to how my life was. And I'm incredibly blessed to be so well equipped to also help my patients in the same way. You know, since that fateful day in 2012, I have helped hundreds of my patients get freedom from their headaches and migraines as well. I've also helped train scores of physiotherapists in those exact same secret cutting-edge techniques that I learned. The difference we are making in people's lives truly makes this profession the best job in the world. Thank you for watching my story. I love being part of the healthcare profession here on the Northern Gold Coast. And if you ever need the help of me and my team, we'd love to be part of your story as well. At Adjust, we love making a difference in people's lives. And if you think anyone could benefit from watching this story, make sure you tag them in the comments section below. And of course, if you've got any questions for us, add them to the comments as well. Please take the time to like this video. It would actually mean the world to me and my team. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to be part of your story too.